JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and good morning everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Espresso with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today is the 3rd of October 2022. So yep, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Monday's morning session and of course the first trading day of October, guys. So before we jump into the charts, as always, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimers. So yep, the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, I'll give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so now then, before we jump into the charts, as always, a quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our jfdbrokers.com website, which you can always check out for more information about us. Okay, now then, guys, jumping into the charts. Actually, the first one I want to pick up here is always Nikkei 225. China is closed. The first chart that you saw there was Shanghai Composite, but China is closed today. So yep, in celebration, I think of National Day, some sort of national day. But anyway, happy celebration day for all my Chinese viewers, if I do have any, I hope. But anyway, Nikkei, guys. Nikkei, looking at this picture, we saw a beautiful rebound from this area. Look, I was targeting this zone here. Perfect test, perfect touch. I mean, so far everything's working out nicely here, I would say. Everything's according to the plan, and to be honest, I am kind of like in something inside of me is really hoping for maybe a bit of a retracement in the indices, and so far Nikkei is demonstrating a good result here. So basically, yeah, I mean, this idea is still valid, but if we suddenly start pushing back above this upside support line here, this one that we broke, if we climb back above it, then yeah, I'll consider a move to the upside. And previously I talked about this 26,780 zone, but I think it's time to amend that a little bit, and probably I'm gonna stick to something like this here. So this little hurdle right there, guys, let me just put it there. Yep, there we go. The 26,524 territory, approximately around here. So that's what I'm going to be aiming for in order to consider a nice move here to the upside. Until then, I'm just observing this. At the moment, I would say this is kind of a no man's game, so neither the bulls or the bears, so keep that in mind. The German index, DAX, jumping straight into that one. So yeah, we had a nice little retracement, as you can see here. This 11,848 territory acted perfectly as a good area of support. On Friday, we had a nice recovery here as well. So basically, everything's kind of working out nicely here, I would say. This level here, the 11,848 zone, is providing good support. That was previously looked at as a good area of resistance, then also support, and that was back in the end of October, the beginning of November. And yep, it did the job again this time. Now, I would like to see a nice little correction. So basically, I would say this way: as long as we remain above this 11,848 territory, I'm going to lean a little bit more towards the upside. And also, as you can see, the index on Friday climbed back above the psychological 12,000 mark. The cash index is currently sitting bang on 12,000 mark. So if we do continue to see the index kind of floating around the 12,000 mark, or even better, slightly above it, I will lean a little bit towards a possible correction here to the upside, towards that 12,400 zone. Not exactly that level, but that zone where this highlighted area is on my chart. So But of course, if we start selling off heavily, and if we break this 11,848 territory, this will confirm a forthcoming lower low, and more sellers could join in. Now, Nasdaq 100. So this one declined. This one dropped, and most importantly, that it dropped lower. Yes, but it held above the lower side of the falling channel pattern, and yeah, we rebounded from it. Because like I said, I'm looking at the cash index right now. We're seeing that yes, we're still below that psychological 11,000 mark, but we are above, or actually we're now currently near the close. Yes, there we go, near Friday's close. We're near that area. Now how to kind of play this game next? Well, basically, I think I'm going to put this arrow like this. So if we climb higher, but we struggle with this barrier, this 11,170 territory, then we could see another decline. We could see another drift to the downside. Now, if we push through it, then I'll consider maybe a larger correction here to the upside towards this 11,500 mark, the one that I talked about previously, and then we'll go from there. But at the moment, it is how it is, guys. Yes, overall, of course, we are bearish, but I would really like to see maybe a bit of retracement here, and then gonna kind of go from there. But at the moment, like I said, yeah, I'm keeping an eye on, of course, on that psychological 11,000 mark, on that 11,170 mainly. And if we continue to trade below it, then yes, another decline could be possible. But if we climb above it, then, well, I'll go for the upside towards that 11,500 zone. Now, the S&P 500, guys. Beautiful decline, beautiful drop here below this 36 territory. I talked about this, and yeah, we continued to slide. We drifted further south, but of course, at the moment, given that maybe we already had quite a decent decline, maybe a bit of a retracement, could be possible here. So, however, this is the issue where my issue is, because look, yes, we could see maybe a bit of a retracement, but let's say if it holds not only below this 36 territory, but also below that downside line, then yes, we could see maybe, you know, like another decline like this, and with the bears jumping in again and driving this one lower. But if we start breaking this downside line and pushing a little bit higher, well, probably if we already straight away break the downside line, then yes, this could open the door towards some higher levels, guys. DXY, dollar index, so declined. It did recover, tried to recover at least on Friday a little bit, but as you can see, this 112.56 territory did act as a good area of resistance. And yeah, we declined, we dropped lower, and we are now kind of, I'm still aiming actually for this 21-day EMA. So I want to see a nice good test of it. This just proves here that this barrier here is the 112.56, the one that I've drawn previously, is acting as a good area of resistance. If it continues to do so, then yes, I will aim for that 21-day EMA or even this upside support line. If it climbs above this 21-day, if it climbs above this 112.56 territory, I'll consider a move back to the upside. Now, gold, jumping into gold. Here we have a bit of an issue, I would say, but this has been a little bit on the stressful side for the bulls, because in a way, what I was talking about last week, I said that if we stay above this 1660 territory, somewhere around here, then yes, there is still potential for the upside. I'll aim then for my 21-day EMA. We kind of almost reached that area, and we then kind of drifted back down. Today we're seeing another push here to the upside. We're still holding to that 1660 territory, so I would say everything's quite okay-ish here for the bulls, as long as we remain above that 1660 territory. If we start dropping back below it, this is where I'll take a bit of a pause. But if we start falling below this 1642 territory right there, now that's where it could open the door again towards some lower levels. But again, let's see how this is going to play out. For now, I'm a little bit on the bullish side from the short-term perspective, because overall, don't forget that we're still trading below this downside line, and any move higher could be seen as could be classed as a temporary correction before another possible leg of selling. Now, WTI oil, this one rebounded nicely from this hurdle, this area here that I marked before. I said in my previous video, I said that if we do drop below this 79.45 level, then I'll go to the downside. And exactly this is where the level it held, and we rebounded, and we're now pushing to the upside. Now, what's I need to correct here a level, the 81.21. Have to admit, it didn't really work out perfectly. I think the more I think I should have marked this level instead, but hey, sometimes that happens and you cannot like get them all the time 100% perfect. But now at least I can do that. So I can see that this 82.11 is something to watch for, because we had a few holdups here. We had, of course, an overshoot, but then it kind of drifted back down. Again, I'm going to keep an eye on this. If we push through it, then my next target is the 21-day EMA and then the downside resistance line. So don't forget that this move higher could still be classed as a temporary correction before another possible leg of selling, guys. Oh, I can see in the chat room there, Renee. Yep, with me. Thank you very much for being with me. I really appreciate that. So thank you very much. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend, guys. Whoever's joining in right now. So I hope you're all feeling nice and chilled. If not, well, a lot of coffee or a lot of the strong tea can help you out. That's what's helping me out this morning, unfortunately. But anyway, guys, like I said, coming back to this, yeah, if you're looking for some higher levels, then I would say keep your eyes on this barrier, this 82.11. If we clear that, then yeah, I'll go a little bit to the upside towards that 21-day EMA or this downside line initially. If we break this one, then yeah, of course, we'll go further north, but at the moment, just we'll keep it as it is. Now, Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin, I mean, at the same time, it's annoying and exciting, because annoying that we're not seeing really like a stronger move or anything. Exciting because we're getting into a bit of a squeeze. Now, if we, of course, judge this and say that this is still a downside line, the trend is still to the downside, we could be forming maybe something of a not a very attractive triangle pattern here, descending triangle, I should say. Then that means that we could see a drift to the downside according to all the TA rules, of course, because the descending triangles tend to break to the downside. However, we do have cases where they don't break in the way they should do. So that's where I always say, wait for it, guys. Wait for that confirmation break and then do something about it. Until then, yeah, we're just observing the price action here. AUD JPY, very quickly on that one. So, okay. Initially, the upside line was doing a good job. Now, I think it's time to get rid of it. It's no longer needed, but we can recycle it. Always recycle, guys. There we go. We can use this now. So we can use it as a downside line here. And you can see that we are basically, not this one. I wanted to grab this one, but we're basically trending nicely to the downside, trading below this downside line, taken from the high of the 13th of September. We're getting a little retracement right now. We're climbing back up, but can this downside line hold? Well, so far I would say, as long as it remains intact, yes, of course, we will aim to the downside. But if we see a nice good break of this downside line, and I think I need to adjust a few levels here. This one I'll drag it here. So basically this is what I'm going to be looking at. So this 94 territory, if we clear that, then yeah, I'll go to the upside. If we clear that 94 territory, then yeah, like I said, I'll go to the upside, at least for a little bit. But if we struggle with that, if we struggle with this downside line and we drop back down again, well, probably the safer option at this point would be to play out this way, maybe to keep an eye on this little area, this 92.52, just for kind of, for that extra kind of cautiousness. So if we do drop below this area, then yeah, I'll aim initially not for this level where my arrow ends, but actually for this highlighted zone, this 91.42 or this 200-day EMA. And then we'll take it from there. USD JPY. So again, flirting with that upper side of the of this channel here. Oh, sorry, channel or range here. So I mean, this is very, very interesting, and of course, it makes it very interesting for later on once we see a clear breakout through one of the sides. Until then, we're just going to observe the price action and not really do anything much. We're just going to, like I said, as long as it's trading inside this, I'm just observing it. I'm not really touching it. So yeah, if we do clear this area right here, or the upper side of it, this range, then yeah, I'll go to the upside. If we drop below the lower side of this range, then I'll go lower, pretty straightforward. USD CHF. So just a quick update. Okay, so this I can see that now that this area here, this 0.9870, 0.9886 is somehow doing a good job providing resistance, but I think that this is the wrong level here. There we go. So the 0.9870, I think that's what I'm going to keep an eye on for the upside. If we clear this, I'll go higher. For the downside, what I would prefer is to see a drop below the 0.9739 area right here. Look, I mean, at the same time, if we drop below this, this would also mean that we're dropping below the 21-day EMA, but my next target will be somewhere near this 100-day EMA only because also I do not want to exclude this. We do have an upside line, but it's a tentative one. It's a very tentative one because maybe it could be drawn this way or maybe it could be drawn this way. So again, at the moment I'm not sure, so probably it's best to keep it like the closer one. If we do clear it, then yes, I will of course draw it maybe this one. Actually, I'm going to draw it straight away and just going to keep it on the chart, so we'll see which one of these is going to play out. But long story short, as long as it stays in here, I'm not doing anything with it. If it drops below the 0.9739, I will aim for this upside line, the short-term tentative upside support line taken from the low of the 11th of August. And I'll aim for this 100-day EMA as well. Now, jumping into GBP USD. So, okay, beautiful retracement. Look at this. I mean, beautiful move to the upside. We cleared this level. This is what I was talking about previously. I said that, look, if we get a hold up below this 1.0931, then I'm expecting maybe a retracement like that. But if we start clearing it, then my next target will be this 21-day EMA together with the 1.1240. Boom. Mission accomplished. What's next? So basically now at this point, I always like to, whenever I see, let's say, a scenario working out for me, I then decide to take a pause a little bit and just observe. So if you've missed this, guys, if this missed this recovery, I would say don't worry, guys. I mean, look, I mean, this will present itself with a nice opportunity again. Maybe what I'm kind of hoping maybe to see here is maybe something like this, where let's say if the 21-day EMA together with this 1.1240 territory continues to provide resistance, then maybe a bit of a retracement here could be possible. If we start dropping below the this hurdle again, the 1.0931, then I'll aim for the downside. I'll aim for this 1.0520 territory, and then we will just kind of take it from there. I think I need to mark this one as well. So this is that drop, that lowest point of September that we had, the 1.0354. So that's always going to be now on the chart, and we're going to kind of always aim for it if we will be moving to the downside. But at the moment we're moving higher. But like I said, I'm considering a little bit of a retracement here if the 21-day EMA provides resistance. At this point, like I said, I'm just observing this one because for the upside, probably ideally I would like to see a 1.1414 break here, just to show you what that level was in the past. That's the lowest point of March of 2020. If you remember, that's that big decline, the COVID decline we had in the market. So yeah, we are approaching that area. So in a way, I am actually aiming for that. So we can say that at the moment, from this point, I'm still aiming for this area. But given that I don't really know how this is going to play out here, I mean, will we see a bit of a retracement first and then maybe a push, or will it actually go straight away to the upside towards that area? Somehow I'm kind of leaning for that, because again, then we will have ourselves a nice, beautiful V-shaped recovery here, but then maybe a bit of a retracement here could be possible. So again, with the GBP USD, guys, if you're not comfortable with it, I totally understand you. I'm not really comfortable with it as well, because I'm just going to leave it like that, and I'm going to observe the price action. GBP Aussie, look at this. I mean, this is just a bomb. And look at, I mean, I have talked about this last week. If you remember, in my Friday's video, I said that if we do pop above this area, this 1.1733, 1.7215. If we clear that, then yeah, I'll go higher. Well, we cleared it and we went higher. And to be honest, my next target still is the 200-day EMA. I'm not going to drag anything else anywhere else. I'm just going to aim for that 200-day EMA, and then I'm going to take it from there, because that 200-day EMA is not far from this area, the 1.7653 level, and then yeah, we'll go from there, guys. This has to go, no longer needed. I think that even this has to go, so probably the easier way right now is to, if you're looking for some lower levels, then at least wait for a drop back below the 1.7133 territory. GBP CAD also beautiful explosion to the upside, cleared some of these levels, especially this 1.5246. And then we went higher. Yeah, we cleared even this little hurdle here, this 1.53 territory. And yeah, my next target is, of course, this 108 EMA. We're not far from it. If we clear this 108 EMA, my next target is the 208 EMA. I'm not really putting any levels here at the moment. I'm just going to observe these EMAs, because at the moment, somehow, I think that they're the ones that could be quite interesting. Yes, maybe one of the levels, previous levels, will work out as well, but I'll pick up on that. At the moment, I am still aiming to the upside, as long as we stay above the 1.53 territory. If we start dropping back below it, I'll take a pause here. I'm not really going to get very bearish, but if we drop below the 21-day EMA, then that's where it could become a little bit more interesting for a few more sellers. Euro Aussie also had a good run, had a good push on Friday. Look at this beautiful move. Of course, I'm targeting the highest point of July right now, the 1.54 area, approximately around there. That's what I'm aiming for. So at the moment, we're seeing a nice little retracement. Maybe it's a little correction before another possible leg of buying. But yeah, let's not rush into anything. I think that it's better to leave it at this point, because I'm trying to see if this is not going to work out like this something. Because again, we've cleared that level, this 200-day EMA. I talked about it. Then it acted as a good area of support. Great for the bulls. And look at this. I mean, we're seeing this one flying further north, and the 1.54 territory is something to watch. So let's keep an eye on it. If you're looking for some lower levels, then yeah, if we're looking for some lower levels, then we need to see a break of this upside line, and then we'll go from there, because at the same time, maybe we'll see a nice kind of drop below all of the remaining EMAs, and more sellers could join in. But at the moment, guys, I mean, anything up until this 200-day EMA could be just classed as a temporary correction before another possible leg of buying. Euro NZD, very quickly on that one. So mission accomplished, guys. 1.7369 level, approximately around there. So we managed to reach that. My target has been reached. I mean, look at this explosion on Friday. I mean, wow. We even cleared this highest point of February, the highest point of 2022, previous highest point of 2022. We cleared that one, and we went over it, and yeah, we're like, what's next now? I mean, this previous highest point of 2022 is now acting as a kind of a good area of support. So I would say if it stays like that, then yeah, we could see something like this. If we start dropping back below it, of course, I'll consider a larger correction here to the downside, and we could aim for this upside support line then. So It's a very tricky one right now. I'd say I'm just gonna observe it for at the moment, and if we do drop and stay below this 1.7369 territory, then yeah, I'll maybe consider maybe a little bit of a retracement here back to the downside. Euro JPY, so also clearing this downside line. So it's clearing, it didn't clear it on Friday, it cleared it this morning. However, I'm not gonna rush into this, let's say into the buy on the buy side, because somehow we're not really seeing like a strong move here through these barriers, and we broke the downside line. Okay, great. But it's not really getting us like a stronger move. We're now getting a hold of near this 142.30 as well. So it previously acted as a good area of support. Now it's seen as resistance. So if you're looking for some sort of maybe a bit of a move to the upside, then certainly wait for that stronger move above the, well, not stronger, but let's say keep an eye on it, see if it can climb above the 142.30 and stay above it. If it can if it can do that, then yeah, I will go a little bit more to the upside. I mean, there's some data as well coming out from the European Union today. So we have the German manufacturing PMIs, we have the manufacturing PMIs of the Eurozone as well. Oh, and by the way, the British manufacturing PMIs are coming out. So we could see maybe a bit of movement, but of course, yeah, there is. By the way, I mean there are some CPI figures coming out from Turkey, so keep that in mind. That could be quite interesting on the USD TRY or the Euro TRY, depending on which one of these you prefer. But yeah, keep that in mind as well. Okay, but coming back to Euro JPY, I mean, it's not the most exciting. I mean, previously where I was looking at all these, they were all nice and exciting, but at the moment it's, let's say, not the best one. So just be careful with it right now. Probably I would say I would leave Euro JPY for now and just maybe focus on some other pairs, like for example EURUSD. EURUSD, this is quite interesting. So very nice hold up near the 0.9864. We're still getting a hold up here. So if you're looking for some higher levels, then a push above this barrier and the 21-day EMA would be needed. So I think that the break through this area would be kind of the same, and the same break. So yeah, if you're looking for some higher levels, then guys, then wait for this. Wait for this move. Wait for a break through this barrier, and then we could go towards that downside line. Taken from the high of the 10th of February. And if we do drop, and now in terms of the downside, I think that this level here needs to be adjusted, and I think this is what I need to mark. The 0.9733, I think that would be a little bit better here. So if we do drop back below it, then I'll aim back for this 0.96 territory. Not exactly the level, but the territory. And if we do see a nice move here back below the 0.9733, then yes, I will, like I said, consider a move towards that 0.96 territory. I am seeing some sort of a tax rate. Okay, so there is an 10 minutes ago it says that the UK government expected to abandon cut to top tax rate. Okay, so what's happening with is there anything happening with the pound? Not really, not much reaction. Okay, so let's see how that's gonna play out today when the market opens up, actually. So yeah, let's wait and see. But yeah, very interesting move here. Let's see how that's going to play out. But anyway, guys, coming back to the Euro USD, like I said, at the moment, it could present itself with a nice opportunity, but probably you have to wait out a little bit and wait for a clear breakthrough one of these levels that I've just mentioned. So guys, that's it for this session. I really hope you found it useful. Thank you very much for watching and listening. I really appreciate that, so I really do. So yep, I hope you'll have a fantastic trading day today, guys. Yeah, it's the first trading day of October, so let's see how this is gonna play out, guys. I mean, let's see if we can get October will be will be a little bit better. I'll jump into monthly charts tomorrow, because I mean, if you remember, I talked a lot about the monthly charts lately. So in the commodities and in indices. So yeah, I'll jump into those tomorrow. But yeah, for today, I hope you'll have a fantastic trading day, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.